Welcome back to the Caregiver Minute, where every weekday family and professional caregivers gather to refine their skills, gain inspiration, and prepare to serve. 10 years ago, in the memory care community where I was working, we had a resident named Herb. And after he had been there for a few weeks, I noticed a pattern had developed. Virtually every morning, when I saw him at breakfast or in the hall shortly thereafter, he would stop me and he'd say, "I just wanted to let you know, I'm headed to Wyoming later today. My daughter got a job in the hospital, and I got to move out." Now, it'd be very easy to panic about something like that and to start worrying that, oh no, we have an elopement risk. We have somebody that's thinking about leaving. Is he going to try to go? Is he going to be banging on the doors in the afternoon? What are we going to have to deal with? And if I started worrying about something like that, my likely response would have been to try to talk him out of going, to offer proof about why he needed to stay, to inform him that his family was going to come the next day and so he couldn't leave today, or any one of a lot of other things that could have completely derailed the situation. In fact, had I responded that way, I'm sure it would have provoked some of the very thing that I was worried about. I didn't do that, though. Repeatedly, day after day, even year after year, when he would announce that he was going to Wyoming later in the day, in a very nonchalant, matter-of-fact sort of way, I would just pace him and say, "Oh, I had no idea. I'm so glad you told me. I guess we better make the most of things right now. Are you headed to the sports center?" Now, the sports center is what Herb called the activity room, because he participated in our morning exercise program pretty much every day, and he enjoyed being there. He liked the people that he found there, and he was very willing to go to the sports center in the morning. If I had stayed focused on what might happen later on, we never could have been focused in the present moment on what he was very willing to do. And once he got to the sports center and got engaged in that exercise program, it took his focus, it took his attention, and frequently, by later in the day, if he saw me, he'd say something like, "You know, I'm kind of busy today. I'm probably not going to go to Wyoming until tomorrow," which was perfectly fine with all of us. Now, the lesson here is simple. Although we do need to try to prevent things down the road, and it's far easier to take action in advance, sometimes the thought about what might happen gets us so spun up in the present moment that it completely derails us. If we want to avoid challenging things down the road, we need to be really careful about how we respond in the moment. And if someone gives us an easy out by saying they're going to do something in the future, then they're certainly not saying they're going to do it right now, and that's not something that we need to be worried about in the present moment. We can afford to take things as they come, to try to pace people where they are, and to help maintain the illusion of control, that things are unfolding in a normal and natural way, even when there's nothing normal at all about the situation of someone who tells you every morning that they're going to be moving to Wyoming. So today, I hope you'll take time to ask yourself whether fear about what might happen in the future, even if the future is just a few hours away, is derailing the present moment. And if it is, what could you do to stay more focused now and not let that fear derail you? In all that we do, we can look for opportunities to be in the moment, which for those of you who have been watching the Caregiver Minute for a while, will recognize as one of the vital 5 pillars. Well, thanks for watching. I hope this is helpful to you and the people you serve, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow for another episode of the Caregiver Minute.